put them in jail party. I think it should be a lamb with a machine gun. I think that should be our symbol. Because you know the old saying, right, Jay?
What might that be?
Democracy is two wolves and a lamb voting on what's for lunch. Liberty is a well-armed land contesting the vote.
Really? No, I've never heard that.
That's a quote straight from Benjamin Franklin.
Benjamin Franklin. Say that again, because that was cute.
Democracy is two wolves and a lamb voting on what's for lunch. Liberty is a well-armed lamb contesting the vote.
I love it.
That's a quote, man. That's a quote. Look it up.
I believe you.
No, you don't.
Yeah, I do. Why wouldn't I believe you?
Think I just made that up off the top of my head?
No, I just said I believed you.
I'm that good? I wish I was that good. That'd be like forefather material right there.
Forefather material. Yeah, you'd be dead.
My problems would be over.
That's true.
But at least I warned your ass.
I'll have to agree with you on that one.
Well, what's another good one from Thomas Paine? He says the duty of a true patriot is to defend his family against his government.
To defend his family against government.
Against his government.
Against whose government?
His.
His being who?
I
don't know. Third base.
Listen, you're starting to sound like a loafer, and you gotta go down to the union office and sign up before you can become a loafer.
I was in a lot of unions, my friends, over the years. A lot of unions.
You were part of the loafer union too?
No, not the loafer. That was one I missed. I missed that one.
Getting paid $4.25 a loaf over there.
$4.25 a loaf, huh? Hey, if the government goes, Barkle, who will we hate? You.
No, see,
the Kardashians.
and you know what's scary? I actually found a clip today of the Judge Napolitano, which is a great man.
He is. He's a good
not denying that he is an anarchist in disguise.
Well, he's an ex-judge too. So what is this quote? What is it about?
No, it wasn't a quote. It was just somebody. He was at a press conference, I guess. Somebody says, it sounds like you're an anarchist in disguise. And he says, do you hear me denying anything?
Oh, really?
I am for as
little to hear that.
As humanly possible. That's what I'm for. If that's anarchy to people, fine, whatever. But as little government as possible, that's what I'm for. I'm for total freedom.
Total freedom.
Yes, and that means that banks don't get to regulate themselves. That's a definite no-no in my utopian world.
Your utopian world. I'd have to agree with you on that one. I'm not crazy about the Fed either.
Because not to say, notwithstanding that we don't need some form of currency to trade with each other and across the world. I understand that. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that the system we got right now is designed to keep us where?
Down, man. Down. Down with the government, man.
So do you think that just voting the same people in this election, which is really bothering me?
It's not the same people. See, that's where you're making your mistake.
It is on my end, though. It's either Republican or Democrat or this quote-unquote Reform Party.
Well, let me ask you this. Do you think this country would be in the position it's in if Mitt Romney had won the election 8 years ago? Or even 4 years ago?
Dude, if Mitt Romney won, 4 or 8 years ago, whenever he was the last running, I don't remember who was before him. I don't.
That's okay.
But he didn't run twice, did he?
No.
No, he ran once. Who was running the first time against him?
Mitt Romney ran against him.
Mitt, and then who?
And then I figured, you know what?
Twice
that's a good
now.
question.
He's got the same speeches up for 2 different elections.
That's right.
I heard it all doubly, but the second time I was like,
But do you think this country would be different today if he had won?
If Romney had won right now, I think that there would be troops on the street yelling curfew, and that they'd be rounding up.
Are you kidding me?
They'd be rounding up people right now, probably.
Really? Really?
Yeah. You don't know Romney? He's into work camps and stuff, man. He's all about that stuff.
All about that stuff. Okay. All right. Not going to argue with you on that one, because
either that, it would be like 1989 all over again.
Is the sex party running? I don't know.
It could be.
It was John McCain. That's right, McCain.
I think that could be a party. A sex party?
Yeah.
You don't think? Come on, Jay.
Oh, wait a minute. We got a question here from Rick. He says, "Wait a minute. Pumpkin said that he is for total freedom, but not for the banks regulating themselves. Then who regulates them?" He got you on that one, pal.
Really?
Yeah, he wants to.
We
know.
regulate them as the people. We keep them in the position to not mess with us or keep us in debt through fake money.
Through fake money.
Yes, because if the dollar doesn't hold a stable value against gold, right, then the debt system just keeps collecting money on you. Because basically what a bank does, I don't even want to talk about this, man. Where's your waffle tacos, Rick? Damn. Off of my nuts, dude. It just doesn't work the way they got it running, all right? Especially the way they're regulating it. And it's like saying, Rick, I want you to regulate how many hours you work, but you get paid the same no matter what. What do you think would happen?
I don't know. What would happen?
You wouldn't fucking go to work at all. Guaranteed paycheck. What, are you kidding me? I wouldn't go to work. What, you're going to guaranteed pay me even though I'm the one regulating my own hours? Shit, I'm just going to write on here that I did the work. Fuck it.
But you haven't answered my question. Or Rick's question.
Regulates them. We, as the people, regulate them because once they start selling us back our dividends for 10% on everything, then guess what?
What?
Now we're in trillions of dollars of debt all of a sudden again.
Okay. And you actually did answer my question. You said that there'd be troops on the streets, right?
Oh, no, you mean what would happen if Mitt Romney were...
Yeah, if Mitt Romney had won the election instead of Obama, what do you think would have happened?
The same damn thing that's happening right now, Jay.
You think so?
I have no doubt. It doesn't matter who's in presidential office right now. It doesn't matter any of that.
It doesn't matter. Of course it matters.
The government is being paid off by who? There you go.
The banks.
So it doesn't matter who is in office. It doesn't matter who you vote in or out. All is all about for them in the government right now.
That's too cynical. That's really cynical of you. You know that, right?
It's making their money. That's all they care about.
You're very cynical. You know that, right? Of course it matters.
No, sir.
Yeah, it does matter. Because when it comes to the point that it doesn't matter anymore, then anarchy will reign in this country.
Not necessarily.
Oh, yes, definitely necessarily.
Mindfully.
Yeah, mindfully, my ass. It's going to be a free-for-all. Everybody's going to be grabbing ass all over the friggin' place. So don't give me that garbage.
Hold on. If the system is still holding it intact.
Well, it can't hold intact if there's nobody in office, my friend. That's my point.
Okay, listen. I understand where you're coming from. You're saying that this system would not work in America if we didn't have a government, right?
Of course.
Democracy would not work if we didn't have a government.
No, it wouldn't. It'd be everybody for themselves, and you'd have groups of people and militias all over the country looking to, have their own, and they would in their own little places. So what is that? Does that make sense? That don't make sense.
I don't know. I always was raised on the prospect that an armed society was a polite society.
Nobody's saying that your society can't be armed. I'm saying if there's no government, nobody in office, there's nobody watching the store. There's nobody for the people to yell and scream at, to be mad at, or to, you know what I'm saying? You got to have some kind of oversight somewhere.
Yeah, and yourself. It's called personal responsibility.
Yeah, right. Yeah, personal responsibility. Yeah, right. That's going to work. That's really going to work.
Well, I mean, what else is there? If you don't have personal responsibility, even just in this shell of a system we got going on now, you still, what's left? Because most of what Americans have is not personal responsibility. Not like Rick. Rick's got more personal responsibility than I've ever seen in anybody ever.
Oh,
he's
really?
Hardcore. He's hardcore PR. Let me tell you.
Homeboy's hardcore PR, huh?
Yeah. He's got a personal responsibility to hit a Taco Bell every morning and get that waffle taco.
Rick says you need government as long as they are serving their proper roles laid out by the people and the Constitution. End of discussion. There it is. I couldn't have said it better myself.
That's pretty much what I was.
As a matter of fact, I didn't say it as good as that. But go ahead. What?
That's pretty much what I've been saying.
No, that's not what you've been saying. You've been saying that there should be nobody in government so everybody can run around and do whatever the fuck they wanted.
Oh, then you're misinterpreting me. I'm saying
no.
I want to take out everybody that's in government right now and
so there'd be no government, nobody in office.
If you're not going to let me finish, then there's no way I can explain it and replace them. See, this is how a machine works. You can't just take parts out and go, oh, it'll work fine. You can't just take the tire off your car and go, well, I'm going to drive to Kroger now real quick. You can't do that. You've got to replace that tire, the old one, with a new one. You put somebody in there that has no fucking clue what they're doing, and I guarantee you they'll make the right call. That's what I'm talking about.
Oh, is that what you're talking about? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, didn't we have that in the last 6 years? He still doesn't know what he's doing.
No.
So how does that work out for you?
Exactly what he's doing. He's been known what he's doing the whole time. That man in there, the only thing he's doing is someone else's agenda, not his own.
Yeah, you're partially right about that. Partially. He thought he was going to get into office and he was going to do whatever the hell he wanted to do because he was Barack Obama, the god of the Democratic Party. But what they forgot to tell him was that you have to know how to not rule, how to govern. You got to know how to govern. You got to know how to deal in foreign affairs. You have to know how to deal in domestic issues. You have to know how to deal with the people that work for you.
I think first and foremost, you have to know how to be an American. And I don't think that he gives a fuck about America because he's not American. Now, I didn't want to get into all of that.
Well, that's a different opinion, a different show.
Up there, all the government, replace them with people like you and me that care enough to this, but to be able to pander to our people that we're representing. And there has been a lot of congressmen that have been just instantly replaced by their predecessor, by lobbyists, and by people paying for these people to shut up and vote which way they're told. And on a state level, it's all over the country, Jay. It's not just in the state. It's not just in the federal. It's all over the country in every state level. It's been corrupted by people that just get paid to shut up and do what they're told. And that's how it works nowadays, Jay. That's how it is. And don't think for 5 seconds that if something bad goes down in your town, that they're not going to just lock it down, have troops on the streets, and then guess what? Who knows where you could end up if you decide to go
like Ferguson?
Or like any other example.
Like Ferguson? Did they send troops into Ferguson? Did they shut that place down?
Sure looked like it when you got like 500 cops.
Well, that's their cops. That's their job. What's the matter with you? That's their job. There were no soldiers moved into Ferguson. Come on now, Pumpkin.
National Guard, I believe, did go there, but let's just move on to the next topic then. Before I get you all riled up.
What's the next topic? I thought you liked doing that though.
But I'm trying to give you a break. You showed up this week. I lost another assload of money on you this week. I can't believe it. 60-40 odds. I still went with the 60. Guess what? I lost, okay?
Of course you lost.
I'm tired of losing money on you, Jay.
Well, when stop betting against me. When are you going to learn to stop betting against the kid? When?
Well, I was so used to you not showing up, man. I was just making money. I was making money.
You used to me not showing up. But everybody knew I wasn't showing up. What are you talking about? You dummy. How are you making... Well, then you should have called me because I would have stayed away long and I would have split the profits with you. See, you don't know how to do things.
It's a good cover story, at least.
Yeah, it was.
They'll never realize.
Yeah, I know.
I don't know what he's talking about, dude. I'm not angry. What is he talking about?
I don't know. Let's see what's going on here.
So Jay, can I do a little shameless promotion real quick?
Yeah, go right ahead.
So I got this new show.
Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, that was Pumpkin. And did you... I'm sorry, what?
I wanted to tell you. We've got me and the Godfather have a new show every Monday morning. Man.
I heard about that. Why don't you tell everybody about it?
Teacher and the Creature, man. Okay. I'll tell you this. I never know what's going to happen.
Sort of like this show.
No, you always know what you're doing when you come in here.
No.
Come on, you are Jason. You're like Walter Cronkite.
Oh, no, not even close.
You've got writers and a staff, and you're like that crazy dude. What was his name that Will Ferrell played? Anchorman.
Oh, that's Anchorman. Oh, God. Well, why don't you started off